What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Elevate with Gail. I'm here to bring you an energy update. Today we're going into Mercury Retrograde, and I'll walk us through how we can harness these energies and the planetary alignments that for our highest good, and how we can really get centered and work on our own internal frequencies so that we can create a more beautiful external reality for the greatest good of all humanity. So this week I personally was experiencing a major purge, and this was exhausting. I was clearing a lot of ancestral trauma. I could feel it. And these are the things that I work with, so I'm really in tune with what we're clearing, and I'm very sensitive to the energies that are coming in right now. So we're being activated in a major way. We're clearing a lot of our base root chakra and our sacral chakra right now. A lot of clearing from ancestral trauma is going on there, and things that have rooted us into the 3D matrix and the old timelines are being released. Those energies are really dense and they're being released, purged and cleared. So if you think about it, since we're purging and clearing a lot coming from our base and our lower chakras, we're sending them up to be cleared. So we have to feel them as they come up to clear and be deleted. These timelines have to be deleted and released. So think of it as programming in the computer that's just coming up and it's being cleared and deleted. Really, it's literally what's happening. So it's kind of like we've been existing in this digital matrix, and a lot of this is being deleted. And because we are consciously releasing these things, they're coming up now. So a lot of us are tuning in and tapping into why we're really here. We're starting to expand. We're starting to raise our consciousness. And as we come to higher levels of consciousness, we have a deeper understanding of what's going on. The veil becomes thinner. We start to realize that everything is not as it seems, to the physical reality. So now is the time to be centering into your home frequency, coming back to your own frequency. So a lot of people have been experiencing a lot of physical symptoms right now. If you wake up feeling exhausted, you've been doing a lot of clearing in the astral realm in your sleep, and it's really good time to tune into your body, because your physical body is doing a lot of work right now. It is a vessel for higher dimensional frequencies coming through the rainbow bridge, all of your chakras, and anchoring into the new grids that are being really activated on Gaia, on our earth, on Mother Earth right now. These new grids are anchoring new timelines. So as we release old timelines and clear old traumas, we are anchoring in higher frequency light into our grid now and activating the new earth. So you're here for this. You signed up for this. Now it's time to do the work. So whenever I channel higher dimensional information and I get guidance from the higher dimensional light family, it's never sugar-coated. It's never love light all the time. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like it's sugar-coated at all in so many words. It feels very honest. It feels very real and very to the point. They don't fuck around. So I'm not gonna fuck around with you guys. And I'm gonna let you know that it's like we don't have any more time left to bullshit around. So if you're living in your old ways and old patterns, and you're still feeling exhausted with your old ways and the way that you worked, the way that you moved in your career life, the way that you move in your relationship, the way that you move in your friendships, it's time to change all of that now. And I'm seeing everybody around me making those changes. So I'm really proud of you guys. If you're making these changes, you should be so proud of yourself. And if you're not, it's time. It's go time, you guys. It's not time to fuck around. And I want you to know that it is perfectly fine to be isolating right now as much as possible. I know a lot of us feel like we haven't been very social, including myself. I have a really hard time getting back to friends right now, texting anyone back, and that's okay, because a lot of us have to protect our energy right now. It is really important. So if you're doing that, don't feel like you're being not a good friend or you're not being present in other people's lives right now, because it's really important that you're doing the work with your physical body right now that you're doing. So it's going to cause a lot of fatigue, exhaustion at some points. One day you may feel like super high vibe 5D, and then the next day you're like, ugh, somebody pick me up off the floor, please. And that is how I've been feeling. I've been purging a lot all week. Last week I couldn't even make any videos. There's also been an emotional thing coming up. I've been clearing for a lot of other people also. Like I'll be in meditation and then I'll see a group of people and I'll like purge emotions and just start crying. So I'm purging for a lot of other people also. So you may be purging for the collective. If you're an empath, you may be purging for the collective. You may be anchoring in new timelines for the collective. So you're doing a lot of work right now. I want you to be really gentle with yourself right now. Drink lots of water, eat high vibe if you can, and just move intuitively. You know what I mean? A lot of me and a lot of my friends are moving intuitively more right now, like more gentle yoga sometimes. If you feel like then you want to get a good sweat, just like listen to your body right now and follow your own internal guidance. This is the new 5D way, following your internal guidance instead of external people's narratives. You know what I mean? If you're still living in another person's narrative, it's time to change that. It's time to write your own story. It's time to live your story, your truth now. Open up your throat chakra and live in your authentic truth and be yourself, because I did that, and now it's just turned into this beautiful, amazing life that I have where I can help other people, and I'm living in my truth, and I'm not afraid anymore to talk about my truth, and I'm not afraid for people to think that I'm crazy anymore, or I'm gonna lose followers, or I'm gonna lose people in my classes. Like, I don't give a fuck anymore, and it's really, really changed my life. So I'm encouraging you guys to start letting go of your old ways, fears, your lack consciousness, and start to tap into your internal frequency by meditating, by being with yourself, by isolating so that you can elevate. So just go inside and tap in and close your eyes and start to feel your own frequency and get to know it again, because this is how you're going to release a lot of the programming that is deep, deep, deep rooted in us right now. And as we release the programming, it's coming up. So we're going to feel these emotions. We're going to see the visualizations. We're going to feel the memories. We might see them in our dream state. If you're having a lot of lucid dreams, crazy dreams right now, you're not alone. A lot of people are experiencing this right now. We are clearing a lot in our sleep. So as you feel these things, just be an observer and release them, and just observe them and let them come up to be cleared, and know that you are releasing things that are not going to serve your highest good anymore. And it's important to also remember that, like, we shouldn't feel guilty for having these things in our past. We shouldn't feel negative feeling towards any of these things that are coming up to be cleared, because they were a beautiful part of our experience. And if we start to realize that, we should be grateful and send them off with compassion, love, understanding, forgiveness. These are high vibrational consciousnesses that will transmute those lower consciousnesses for good. Love always transmutes. So right now we are alchemizing. We are alchemizing all these lower energies that are coming up to being cleared, and we're sending them off with love and light and forgiveness and understanding and compassion, inner standing, because this is how we reach higher levels of consciousness. So now that we're experiencing Mercury retrograde, this retrograde energy is going to be moving until November 3rd, and it's going to be very intense, and that's why I wanted to come on here today. I have enough energy to channel higher dimensional information right now, so I really want us to get as centered as possible and do as much as we can to ground right now, and ground into your root and stay here in this physical reality, because this is why you came here, and this is really important. Your physical body is going to be pulling in higher frequencies, and we are going to be purging some more, and we're going to be noticing a lot of chaotic energy within us, within the collective. So it's our job right now to stabilize and ground down so that we can pull in these higher frequencies and stabilize this new earth grid, this higher dimensional, this high frequency grid that is holding the earth right now. And so that we can ascend her to a higher dimensional existence and reality and stabilize there. So we're gonna see this. It's gonna be miraculous, you guys. It's happening right now as we speak. So it's our job to bring in the light, to hold in more light. And I just want you to know, like, I've seen it, I've been there, in these visions that I get, it's gonna get really chaotic. It's gonna get almost shocking. And it's even gonna be hard for us as light workers to not comprehend, but to process what we're gonna see in the physical reality soon. So it's time for us to anchor down and like cut out all of the bullshit that we don't need in our lives anymore, because we have to now ground and stabilize into these frequencies. And I want you to know that after all the chaotic things come up to be cleared, it is going to be the most beautiful, blissful experience that you have ever had in any incarnation here on this physical plane. And I get emotional just thinking about it, because I've been there. I go in and out of dimensions, and I see it and I felt it, and it's pure bliss. It's pure just harmony, peace, ecstasy. It's just beyond what we can even understand, you guys. And we're moving in that direction now. So right now we're really purging and we're really clearing. And I know it's fucking hard at times, you guys. Like, with quarantine, with, you know, my kids are on online school and we're all trying to like still pay our bills, and we're, you know what I mean? We're still trying to live our human life that we came here to live. And it's hard to trust that everything's going to be okay when it seems so hard and it seems like everything is so difficult. But let's alchemize that right now. Let's alchemize that lower dimensional way of thinking, the old ways of thinking, the lack vibration, the anger, the frustration, anything that doesn't feel love and blissful. Let's start to alchemize that now. And let's not focus on that feeling. Let's focus on the feeling that we do want to have, that we do want to bring in. And let's go back to gratitude. That's the first step of alchemizing. That's how I train people to start alchemizing in the moment. The quicker you can alchemize those feelings, the faster you will stabilize into the fifth dimensional frequencies, and you'll be there more often. So let's practice. Let's train ourselves to alchemize. Boom, boom, boom. So let's take a breath now. If you can just sit and close your eyes or take a moment, just breathe and try to alchemize those lower feelings that you're experiencing into love and gratitude right now. What are you grateful for? I'm grateful for the ability to even be here during these times right now, to have the highest honor of bringing in these higher frequencies, of being able to be a part of the new earth. This is beautiful. That's happening right now. Everything around us is changing and shifting. If you see all the chaos going on at once, it's because we are purging it all to the surface, and we're clearing these old timelines. We're clearing poverty. We're clearing hate. We're clearing duality. We're clearing separation. We're clearing all of those lower timelines, and we are starting to build the new timeline. So the work that you're doing is very, very important right now. And your job now is to go inside and raise your internal frequency as high as possible, because it's almost like a ping that you're emitting. It's like a beep, it's a signal. Whatever frequency you are experiencing, it's a signal that you're sending out into the collective energy. So if you raise your own frequency, boom, boom, it's sending that signal out into the collective energy, and then you're raising the consciousness and the frequency of the planet just by raising your own frequency. It takes one person to start raising the frequency of the planet, and that's how important you are here. That's how important your role is here. So I know it can feel really isolating. I know it can feel really lonely at times, and that's why I'm building a community, Elevate with Gail, because I feel it all of the time when it's hard to relay a message to people that don't understand what's going on and the level of consciousness at certain levels. And this is where we have to just let that go and realize there's no time to try and change people's minds right now. Don't waste your energy. Just be within your own energy right now. Protect your energy right now. Let go of anything that's not serving you anymore. We don't have room for it. It's time to clear the clutter now. It's time to do the deep cleaning right now. With this retrograde, we're gonna have a lot of emotional baggage come up, a lot of emotional clearing come up. These lower consciousnesses are gonna be overwhelming. So I wanna prepare you guys so you don't get overwhelmed and pull your vibration down. To just know that it is time to observe these feelings and let them go and let them clear. Don't hold them in, don't hold on to them. And also, it's a good remembering right now that we are not just these human bodies. So if you're still living in your old matrix ways of, the way that you lived and worked, it's time to start tapping in. We're having a lot of people wake up to the fact that we don't just come to this earth to work and pay bills and eat and wake up and do it all over again and be stressed out. That's not what we're here for. So now we're tapping into a greater understanding of why we're here, and that we have light bodies, and that it's important to take care of these light bodies, because these light bodies are crystallizing now and merging our higher self into our physical body. So if you want to learn more about this, I will be putting a lot of these workshops on my Elevate community about how we are now crystallizing our light body from a carbon-based light body to a crystalline light body. We are holding higher states of consciousness. We are holding higher frequency light codes and information. We are activating parts of our DNA that has not been online for a very long time. So we are gods and goddesses living this temporary human experience, and I'm just sending you guys a lot of love and healing energy right now. Stay tuned, because this is going to be a ride, you guys. You're doing a really great job. I love you unconditionally. Stay close to your brothers and sisters of light. Anyone who's got positive energy, those are your people right now. See you guys later. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Love you.